how do you encapsulate the meaning of an entire show with just a few words? It's so difficult. And of course, the times when you want to come up with a title the most, it's not going to come. It's not going to happen. The men behind the music, the whole series, the men behind the music, really, I wanted to suggest kind of the relationship between who these music makers are, who they were, and their music, and that whoever they were must have had some effect on their music, not just some effect, but a huge effect on their music. And for me, that means that if you know the music makers, you know their music better.
So the men behind the music isn't necessarily just the four members of the band. It's the producers, it's the influencers of the actual Beatles. So this is really a bigger story or a bigger universe than just the four men.
It took a whole team to make the Beatles the Beatles. I mean, they were geniuses. But their producer, for example, had an enormous role in their music, and so this interesting role of the fifth Beatle that so many people talk about.
Right.
He's often called George Martin. He's often called the fifth Beatle. Another guy that's called the fifth Beatle often is Brian Epstein, who was their manager, who tragically died. He really made the Beatles possible too, because he gave them all of his faith and all of his hours, his whole identity. They were just four guys who had faults and who had problems and who were scared of crowds at the time, and all of these things happened to them, but they were four guys who changed the world.